Hi darlings, I'm about to do a little post on this, but I thought that I may as well try and do a famous 5-minute video, which I've never managed to do, but this might be it. So I'm just looking because I just got a glimpse of, so this week in history we've got the engagement of CharLIE and Di. Okay, you're going to click up for me. So I think that says the 25th there, 1981. Now, I was just checking out the charts of this time, and very interesting. This was the last time we had a Pluto-Saturn conjunction. And this is the wedding. I had the wedding here from before. But, so this was the engagement. And what you see is we've got exactly what we have now. So at that time, we had the good, the bad, and the ugly. So Jupiter, Luke Skywalker, the good, Saturn, Darth Vader, the bad, and Pluto, the ugly. All immutable Earth in Virgo. And this is where they all are right now. At that time, they were all retrogrades. And they are about to all go retrograde again. I've covered that in the other videos, but at that time, so for the engagement, they're all retrograde, and this is a very big thing. Pluto and Saturn conjunct. So 1981, the 5th. There they are, Pluto, this is Saturn and Jupiter, absolutely conjunct, on top of each other in Virgo. So this is like a ritual because, you know, she was playing very much, she was Diana the Huntress, the Taurus, Diana the Hunter in mythology, which is the Venus Aldebaran energy. But this is this is all Earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn is all Earth. And this is the young pre-sexual, this is what we're leaving because Pluto's been here for 20 years. So at that time, Pluto was, I'm just downloading rather a long reading I just did, so everything is going quite slowly. Ali, a little L here, please. Yeah, it's because I'm downloading. Right. Pluto. So here's Pluto. So they're all three of them together in Virgo. And this is all preparation from that time to this time. That's why they put on top of St Paul's the William Blake Ophiuchus holding the upside down V, because we're going through, as you know, we're going through Altair, and this is Ophiuchus here, and this is the Milky Way passage, and this is where we crown ourselves. But they've got us going into the wolf's den here. The lion lies down with the lamb. This is Scorpio. Scorpio is going to be the new solstice with Libra, because we're going back to Twin Peaks. So at that time, we also had, so for the engagement date, we had Venus in the moon in Libra. So this is their Lucifer. Had a conjunction of these two here. And we had what we've got going on now. We've got everybody coming to the true crown, the true third eye. We had Sun right on top of former HALT, as we do now. Venus, so Venus taking the energy for Lucifer in the true, in Aquarius, with Mars as well. And we've got Mercury just in Capricorn still. So that was the engagements. And if we have another little look back here, so at that time we had the tail of the snake in Cancer, so we had the head in Capricorn, so we were right on this solstice, which is the Midsummer Night's Dream, opposite going into winter, so we're on CharLIE. We're in that, you know, we were told that she was Cancer, but you know, that's tropical astrology. She was actually very much exactly where we've got the line here. You see, look, this is the Sirius opposite Altair that I've just showed you. It was right, I mean, I have done the time at midday and that moves around, but she was Gemini. She, you know, I mean, she's now whatever, David Furnish, or, but so we had everybody up here in the true Twin Peaks, and this is, you know, that's why we've had that St Paul's. So they had a fake bomb Isis because they've got to demonize Scorpio, which is going to be the new solstice with Libra. They had the moon in Libra, as you just saw, and where was Uranus at that time? Uranus was in Scorpio. Okay, so these guys, Pluto and Saturn, are only ever conjunct, only next to each other every, 35 years. That's a long time. So that's why we've got all the St. Paul's stuff going on. St. Paul's is very important. St. Paul's is the big mosque. It's taking the musketeer. That's why I've got D'Artagnan, the musketeer, where I am, which is the, at Lupiac, where we've got Romanus and Remus, the wolf. They say that his home is in the village next to me because that was the home of Romanus and Remus, the wolf. So that was a very important ritual to have all these guys on the D'Artagnan musketeer. Elon Musk, no L, Elon, no L. They're not going to let Saturn take back. You know, they want to use Saturn's power in this big clampdown that we're about to live with this coronavirus, which is the crowning. You know, we're meant to be crowning. So then, if we go to their, this was 29th of July. So look at this. We've got a finger of God pointing to Chiron, so the wounded warrior, right on Algol Medusa. So that was a great guarantee that that would bring out that energy of what they wanted. They wanted the disastrous, forlorn Virgo, and they, at that point, again, Saturn and Jupiter completely conjunct, Pluto right on Spica, but these three guys. So now these three guys are in mutable fire in Sagittarius all these years later, but very rare that we have all these three all together. That's why it's such an important closing date, because these three guys are about to go into Capricorn, and at that time the head of the snake was in Capricorn. So this was all leading up, preparing to come into this Capricorn, the high cardinal, matriarchal cardinal Earth that we're going into. And there was a nice trine working between that head of the snake. And this really plays the part of death of the Pisces, Virgo, mutable energy. And now we're going into this high cardinal. But, you know, all these dates are completely prepared. And of course, the marriage was when, again, on this opposition of Sirius opposite Altair, because this is the solstice. And, you know, all those people, it was the biggest event in the world, that marriage. I mean, that was like everyone hailing Hitler. That was the biggest Hitler. Altair is the, you know, the fake Officius. Altair is the phoenix of the Nazis. And this is what we're meant to be going on to, Scorpio Libra. But they've got, so that was a great ritual to have. I'm sure I'll see loads of other things, but so of right now, so I've put this for tomorrow, I just put midday. But again, we've got this famous dance going on right now of Mercury going retrograde over the true third eye. So they want to pick up this energy in Aquarius because they want to fix us on this fixed cross. They don't want us merging back into this twin peaks of Capricorn and Aquarius. They want to use air Aquarius to bypass, you keep the hidden veil of this high matriarchal top of the mountain goats for Mars to crown himself as this high matriarchal Capricorn. So we've got this movement going on. Saturn is not quite. Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter are just about to move here for the 30th of the 3rd. Mars is just coming up. So funnily, I've got this right on this Sirius Altair line again. This is their fake galactic Milky Way trap. We've got Mars, who's going to be coming up to kiss Desire Luke Skywalker. Then he'll kiss Altair, and right in the middle of all this, we've got Altair. And this is, it's you can just see all this ritual going on. This is they really think they're going to pull this off. And at this time, we've got the head of the snake in Gemini, where it was for 9/11. We've got the tail here in Sagittarius for Notre Dame as well, every 18 years. And so we've got, as my friend Lars has very well found, we've got the 30th of the 3rd, we've got the 3/3, then we're going to have D-Day 6/6, and then we're going to have 9/9 D-Day, and this head of the snake and the tail of the snake will have moved on to the true new solstice that we're going to be having, Scorpio Taurus, and this will merge Will I Am with Aries, and Scorpio will merge with Libra. And we also had, you see, because they want to use their sun and the moon, we had a full moon. So what dates? That's the wedding. That's right now. For the engagement dates, we had, so no, it was the wedding we had a full moon. Was it the wedding there was a full moon? I did see a full moon somewhere. Well, we've just come out here of a black moon. Let me see, I thought I saw this moon. So this is for the engagement. And okay, so maybe I didn't see. So we've got this dance going on now, and no, there wasn't, but that will be a crescent or a quarter moon here. Okay, so this is really big stuff because Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn, they're now in mutable fire. Here they are, all three of them together, and they're about to go from that journey of Virgo, and they're all going to go into this high matriarchal woman. And this is why that Islamic energy, I mean, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism are just the neutron, the proton, and the electron. They're just the modalities of the mutable, fixed, cardinal cross. They need these three. They needed to separate the world into three major divisions so that we don't see that it's all part of the modalities that make the 4 seasons. You know, this is all alchemical magic. So from that time, from 1981 to these guys moving into here, is when we should be ready now to move into high cardinal gas. And this is where we crown ourselves. That's why they brought in coronavirus, because they want us to crown ourselves with their fake matriarchal clampdown, which is going to be them, you know, bringing in massive control of everybody and everything. It's massive sheep herding, massive isolation, separation, all through fear. And that's what Saturn represents. Saturn is fear. Saturn rules this Twin Peaks. So you either crown yourselves and come out of this energy of the religion fear, because that's what we're leaving. Sagittarius is philosophy, religion. That's why, you know, there's all the religions. There's going to be this merging of this one world, sustainable, durable, sustainable, eco, green man, bullshit, climate change bullshit, which they're going to use as the energy of this mother protection earth by clamping us all down. So that's why we've got all this. I've been talking about her all week because they've just had this fake Isis. It's always, you know, to give you anger and energy against Isis. Isis is the goddess of healing. She is the goddess of being your own savior in health and being your own alchemical savior, which is what Virgo is. Virgo is the high alchemical priestess. You have to learn that in the Virgo. We've had from 1981 till now. We're going now into high cardinal gas Capricorn, but we can now reuse Scorpio, Isis, in her best energy. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave that at that because this is what's going on. St Paul's, that's why they got married in St Paul's, and I think for that same time date, by the time they have, by the time we get to D-Day 9-9, which is just the last passage of the 369, the line broke, the monkey got choked. See this finger of God right on Chiron here. It was in Aries where Uranus is now. We will have the North and South Node will then be in Taurus and Scorpio, where they were for the official V for Victory D-Day. So, and you see, this is the V. The finger of God is a Yod. This is the angle that we're on the wrong equinox. I haven't actually really worked it out, but is that the 23.5 degrees of the DNA angle? You know, what between Neptune and Pluto, illusion, and this conjunction of Mars and Moon right on Sirius. North Node was still in Cancer for Kali. Yeah. Okay, darlings, love.